You don't chase status. You don't crave approval. And honestly, you've never understood why everyone else seems so obsessed with fitting in. If that sounds familiar, stick around, because today we're breaking down 10 signs you might be a Sigma male. And number 7 is the one most people get completely wrong. Let's get into it. Sign number 1. You write your own rules. Here's the thing about social expectations. Most people don't even realize they're following them. What to wear, how to talk, what success is supposed to look like. Alpha types set these rules. Everyone else falls in line. But you? You looked at the rule book and thought, why? You're not rebelling to make a statement. You're not trying to be different for attention. You genuinely just don't see the point in living by someone else's blueprint. Your style, your choices, your path, they come from something internal, not from what's trending, not from what gets likes. And that's the first major sign. Sign number 2, possessions don't define you. Picture 2 guys buying a car. One needs the flashiest model on the lot. He's already imagining the looks he'll get, the status it signals, the respect it commands. The other? He buys what works. Could be expensive, could be modest, doesn't matter. Because his identity isn't wrapped up in metal and leather. Sigma males understand something most people miss. Stuff is just stuff. Your confidence doesn't come from your watch, your sneakers, or your apartment. It comes from what you've built inside. Your skills, your knowledge, your experiences. While others collect things, you collect capabilities. Sign number 3. Authority makes you restless. Traditional jobs feel like slow suffocation. It's not that you're lazy. Actually, it's the opposite. You'll outwork almost anyone when you're invested. But taking orders without understanding why? Following processes that make no sense? Waiting for permission to solve obvious problems? That's where you check out. Sigma males need autonomy like they need oxygen. Many end up self-employed, freelancing, or building something of their own. Not because entrepreneurship is glamorous, but because the alternative feels unbearable. You'd rather struggle with freedom than succeed in a cage. Sign number 4. Your wins stay private. Most people announce their accomplishments. Social media posts, humble brags at dinner, fishing for that hit of external validation. You do the opposite. Your projects, your progress, your passions, you keep them close. Not because you're hiding anything, but because sharing them with the world adds nothing to the experience. The work itself is the reward. Your own approval is the only approval that matters. This makes you hard to read. People think you're secretive or cold, but really, you're just self-contained. And the few who take time to actually know you, they discover someone far more interesting than you let on. Sign number 5. You lead without trying. Here's a paradox. You have zero interest in power, but people follow you anyway. Alpha types lead through dominance, loud voices, strong presence, sometimes intimidation. Your approach is quieter. You just do excellent work. You hold yourself to a higher standard. You solve problems others avoid. And without meaning to, you become someone others look up to. You don't need a title. You don't leverage authority. You simply lead by example. And somehow, that's more powerful than any corner office. Sign number 6. You've turned down opportunities others would kill for. Promotions, leadership roles, positions that came with money, status, prestige. You walked away. Not because you couldn't handle them, because you knew what they'd cost: your independence. Sigma males calculate differently. Where others see a bigger paycheck, you see more meetings, more politics, more people to manage. Less time for what actually matters. So you choose the harder path. Less security, less predictability, but complete ownership of your direction. For you, that trade-off isn't even close. Sign number 7. You refuse to be managed. This is where people misunderstand Sigma males. It's not about being difficult or stubborn. It's about authenticity. When someone tries to change how you live, your routines, your habits, your priorities, something inside you resists. Hard. You're open to growth. You'll evolve when it makes sense, but only on your terms. Only when the change comes from genuine desire, not external pressure. People who try to mold you into something more convenient for them, they don't last long in your life. It might look selfish from the outside, but really, it's just uncompromising self-respect. Sign number 8. Quiet confidence. Alpha males fill rooms. They're loud, magnetic, impossible to ignore. You're the opposite, and that's intentional. You don't need to be the center of attention. You're comfortable on the edges, observing more than speaking. Most people assume you're shy. They're wrong. Underneath that calm exterior is rock-solid confidence. You just don't feel the need to broadcast it. You listen because listening is valuable. You stay quiet because most words are wasted anyway. But when you do speak, people tend to listen. There's something about someone who doesn't need the spotlight that makes others lean in closer. Sign number 9. You disappear sometimes. Your friends have learned to expect it. You vanish for days, sometimes weeks, deep into a new project, consumed by something you're learning, traveling somewhere without much explanation. It's not that you don't care about people. It's that your internal drive demands space. You need room to explore, to create, to chase whatever's captured your mind. Some people worry about you. Others don't understand. But this is how you operate. Your best work, your biggest growth. It happens in those periods of intense, solitary focus. And you've stopped apologizing for it. Sign number 10. You've never fit the categories. Alpha, beta, introvert, extrovert. You've heard all the personality frameworks, taken the tests, read the descriptions, and none of them quite land. There's always something off, some trait that doesn't match, some box you spill out of. That's because Sigma males exist outside conventional categories. You're not a type, you're an exception. And honestly, that used to bother you. Now you realize it's not a bug, it's the whole point. You walk a path that only makes sense to you, and that's exactly how it should be. So how many of these signs hit home? If you recognized yourself in most of this list, you might be part of a rare group. People who operate completely outside the usual social games. Not better, not worse, just different. If this resonated, leave a comment below. And if you want more content like this, subscribe. We've got plenty more coming. Until next time.